أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله عما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
Assalamu alaikum once again. My name is Abdul Rahim Jones. I want to share with you guys a story of my journey to Islam. The story started out in 2003. I come from a background of streets, violence, and typical things that when a person's not following God, when a person's not having had any direction, things that they would do, I've done it too. So I was that person in 2003. It was the Friday after my 20th birthday, in which someone invited me to Islam, and that's when it all began. I was walking, me and a friend of mine who was my partner in crime. His name was Sharif, which it was a Muslim name, and my name was Kareem, which was a Muslim name. We saw a group of men who we were going to kind of avoid. But all of a sudden, one of the men started yelling, calling us, "Youth man, come here. I want to talk to you." So I was startled by it when when he yelled and called us from a distance. So immediately, mind you, I was a street guy. So immediately, I pulled out a firearm and I pointed it at the guy. And I was about to squeeze the trigger. And to my brother Sharif, he said, "Hey, hold on. I know that guy. He's Peace. That's Peace." And I said, "Well, Peace should stop yelling. Peace should stop, come and dress us a certain type of way. You demand a certain type of respect when you're so-called tough." I felt I demanded that respect. But at the same time, while I was putting up my firearm, Peace was still coming toward me. So I tell my brother, like, "You sure, man?" He said, "Yeah, man, I know the guy." So Peace runs up right in front of my face. He rushes me and stands right in front of my face. And he stood about the same height as me. And I'm 5'2", and he was about 5'3". And he looked at me up and down. He said, "The only thing that happened to me is by the will of God." And I said, "Oh, okay, man, get out of here." I'm thinking, like, I said, now I'm questioning my brother, like, "You sure this guy cool?" But then he said another thing that relieved me. He said, "You don't have an S on your chest, neither do I. What happens to both of us is by the will of God. I see you's a soldier." I was at a relief then, because now I'm like, yo, he's coming at, he's not talking no regular gangster stuff. Now he's talking some real God stuff. And I said, "Okay, Peace." He's like, "Man, the real soldier is the one who bow down and pray 5 times a day. You know?" He said, "The real soldier is the one who give charity. The real soldier don't fornicate, don't do this, don't do that." And I was like, "Oh man, here you go preaching, man." Like, this guy, he did not look. He looked like a guy like us. So I was like, this guy's not like. Now he's on some Jehovah Witness stuff. He's preaching. So my brother was like looking at me like, "Yeah, man, I know, man. This is maybe what I've been looking for." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And we sit there and talk to the guy for the longest. And I was telling him, like, "Listen, man, one day I'll probably do my thing for God, but not today. I'm not gonna play around. I'm not gonna be, I'm mixed up in a lot of stuff, so I don't want to do that." But at the end of the conversation, we sit there and we talk to him probably for about 40 minutes. And he said, "Hey, man, it's time for prayer." Now it's a Friday. He said, "Man, today we do the Friday prayer." So my brother said, "He's going. I'm going to go with y'all." And I said, "Oh, man, you're crazy." So my brother went, and I was like, I'm gonna see y'all later. But that's when my mind went blank, because 5 minutes later, we were driving to a mosque, and I realized that I was in the car with these guys, and they looked at me and they looked back and they said, "Hey, I thought you said you wasn't going with us." I said, "I thought I said I wasn't either." So I was like, "Oh, well, I'm in it. Ain't no way to get out the car now." So we gets to the mosque, and the man said, "Hey, man, you both got guns on you? You had to leave them in the car." So I said, "Oh, no, 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 I'm not doing that." He said, "Man, you can't go in the mosque with them guns. This is a family. This is prayer. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you." He said, "I'm sure that there's a house of God." So I said, "Okay, man." We end up complying. We put our guns up under the seat. And he said, "Come on, man, I gotta take you in the bathroom. I want to show you how to make wudu." So I'm like, what is this guy talking about? He's going, we gotta go wash up now. You gotta do a certain ritual purity. You gotta purify yourself and get ready for prayer. You just can't go in there like that. You gotta wash your mouth out and your hands and your nose. So I was doing it, and when he showed me, I followed the steps, and it actually made me feel good when I completed it. And I was like, man, I'm feeling a little refreshed. So I roll up my pants. He's like, man, you gotta take your shoes off. You gotta do this. So I did all that. I followed whatever he was saying. We took our shoes off, and when we went in the building, we saw that there were people praying, or people sitting, not praying, but they were sitting on the floor, and the guy was giving a speech. So we got there toward the end of the speech, because I guess we was talking to this guy for so long. And the prayer began to start, and he said, "Listen, man, I want you guys just to follow me." So we was like, "Oh, follow you? Like, what we about to do?" And I guess my brother was kind of familiar with how the Muslim pray. So I was like, "What we about to do?" He was like, "Just follow the steps. Just follow the steps." So I was like, "Okay." But immediately they started saying, "Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim." And when I heard the first Rahim, I was like, "Oh my gosh, these guys are talking to me. They're calling me." And I would hear that 4 times. And not just the Rahims, but every other word that the guy who was reciting said, it would like touch my heart. It would literally touch my heart. It was feeling like they were talking to me.